Good evening, race fans. Welcome into a Friday Night RODDCAR. We got a special one here for you tonight at the World Center of Racing. Season 30 kicks off here tonight. As always, got my co-commentator here in the booth. Art, how we doing tonight?
I'm doing good. The other guys puff passed it back to us because they couldn't show up tonight. So we got to fill in for race one again.
We were out and then we're back in, but we're happy to be here as always. Here with the next gen's 80 laps, one lap of qualifying to set the field. 55% fuel capacity gives us an estimated fuel run of 19 to 22 laps. One green-white checkered if needed RODDCAR overtime, and one fast repair for everyone that they will have to manage throughout the course of the night. Let's go ahead and get right in to the on-track action as qualifying is underway.
We have 43 cars here tonight.
We have maxed it out for Season 30, race number 1. You see the logo there and the timing tower. Got the special 30 in there, but it's been a heck of 29 seasons to kick it off, and Season 30 is probably going to be one of the best yet as we continue to grow and expand. And we are just happy to be along here for the ride, as Randy Arms currently has it on pole position. But it is a full field here tonight. 49.58 the time to beat. Scott Warren goes better. Puts it on provisional pole. Then Tyler Gary goes even quicker in the 66. Mark Jorgensen Jr., previous champion, crosses the line in the 88 machine, and he will go P9 as it stands. AJ Green won the season opener in season 29. He'll cross the line. He'll go P11. Last season's champion, trying to go 2 in a row. Matthew Zwack with some big air to conclude his lap. He's P4. Ray Tiller goes 3rd. We got
I love Rod shouting out his own,
yeah, nice looking season 30 logo. Yeah, that was all you, bud. We had nothing to do with that. We got some new drivers this season. Got some familiar faces and everyone in between. Past champions. The 8-time champion Michael Cozy Jr., most wins in RODDCAR history, and they got Jared Talmadge making his first ever start here tonight. Let's go on board with one of the most successful drivers in RODDCAR
history.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Most decorated. So he's leaving it in 4th gear and just trying to minimize the inputs on the wheel. Don't want to scrub off any speed. He'll let the car carry out of turn number 2. Let the banking do the work and just hold the wheel as straight as he can. Down the back straightaway, and he'll let the banking naturally push the car to the bottom side of the racetrack, and he'll do a slight adjustment on the entry, get the car pointed, and then hold it as steady as you like on turns 3 and 4. Let the car rise a little bit, and then point it towards the start-finish line, able to go underneath the double yellow in qualifying. The 99 of Michael Cozy Jr. crosses the line, and he will go P1, 49.56. 1/1000th of a second separating him and Tyler Gary at the death. How about that?
TMS looking for a win. I was too up until, a couple days ago? I've been getting excited. I put my wheel back on my desk. I was ready to race.
I was going to be here in the cockpit tonight, but Puffer already flaunting their media obligations like it's just a joke. It's actually disgusting. Where's the honor? But a full 43 car field to kick off season 30. Rookies, champions, race winners, and those looking for their first win ever. The drivers that make up the majority of the field. Everyone's stuck in the middle. They're not a rookie. They have not won a race, though. Well, that's a stacked front row.
Do you want to, make our picks to win?
Now's as good a time as any, I would say. How about in a 43-car field to kick off Season 30? Oh, man. We're going to jinx somebody. But it has to be anybody. As the rest of this field grids up. Go ahead and give me Michael Cozy Jr. to kick off season 30. Starting on pole, under the lights at Daytona. He shines in moments like these. I think our pole sitter is going to get it done here tonight.
I'm still looking through the field. There are a lot of good drivers here. I think I'm looking at Jarrett Talmadge. If he had his teammate here, I think I'd be a little more willing to pick him. I'm taking Michael P. Frisch.
Michael P. Frisch.
No qualifying lap, starting P25. He knows how to get it done.
We're just waiting on 1 or 2 more cars to grid up. I think they're all there now. I think all 43 cars have gridded up as well. That's pretty incredible. Except for, just kidding, the 28. Colby, Pete Linkar is the only driver to not grid up.
Is that a Beamer paint scheme?
I see nothing. I only see...
The 11.
Oh, the 11. It's Dane Cruz. Yes, it is.
Now that is.
We got the Days of Thunder Mellow Yellow 51 out there. Under the lights, it's a good looking field.
We do have an air taco. I had Taco Bell for dinner, so Taco Bell car. Ryan Tiller.
I'm just the under-over. As we're pacing here, let's bring up the trends of the race here tonight. Rod's Race Trends, presented by Perry Paints. Mo Perry putting together this nice little graphic for us. Corbin Simmons, your race control, and our stat guy. The last 5 races here, 5 different winners. An average of 9 cautions. We average a green flag run of about 28 laps with 12 different leaders. Last lap of the caution comes out on lap 63, so we do get a run to the finish normally, and 23 lead changes. Those are the trends of the race, but 43 cars here tonight. I just wonder how long we're going to be able to go. We might break this trends a little bit tonight. Maybe this 28 machine has the right idea. Maybe he knows something everyone else doesn't. But nonetheless, we are coming off turn number 4. Lights are off on top of the pace car. We're going green this time to kick off season 30. 11 races to crown a champion. Pace car is off. Michael Cozy Jr. leads him down to the Geico restart zone. And we are green.
Now you're asking how long we could go. I think we might get, half a lap?
Can we make it to turn number 1? And I see the field behaving nicely 2 by 2 at least. No early movers trying to be a hero just yet, but when we get to the back straightaway up to speed, who knows, all bets are off. There it is, 2 by 2. Harry Tiller pushing Tyler Gary. They have the momentum on the high side. Scott Warren pushing Cozy on the bottom. The momentum is with the outside.
Corey Henry, I called it!
Did half a lap. AJ Green off. Evan Rice in the 43. And we have scattered this field. Let's take a look. Blimp Cam going to be the best one to check this out on. There were so many cars that went off the racetrack, and
it starts with the guy who wanted to go 3 wide. We had Corey Henry sticking in middle 3, and he just comes up on AJ Green, who I think there's a little checkup on the outside line. But
this is the 5 machine. Yeah, he is the first one. He gets a great run. And let's take a look here. The far chase for this one, we can see why it started, but we want to see that contact. Ooh, and that's actually AJ Green coming down, and he gets himself turned off the bumper of Corey Henry. Around goes Oscar Enriquez in the 86 machine. Michael McElroy on the brakes, but the 86 sliding down the racetrack. That's
Yeah,
a
I
tough.
think this happens because, I mean, look at AJ Green. Look at the cars in front of him. They check up in front of him. So it's just like that slight hesitation where you try
Yeah,
to
that
move
starts.
just in
Yeah,
case.
that starts from the 4th car in line on the outside. Randy Arms. He doesn't have a whole lot of help. He's kind of off. Matthew Zwack, the 27 of Jacob Roth, gets a shot, and there goes the checkup. Nothing the 86 could do there. Ooh, the 6 machine, big damage there. Cameron Hurt getting a piece, and they all try and scatter. Further back. And the 28 machine says, yep, I will take that. Thank you very much.
Logan Shore says there was beef. They're dooring each other in the back.
Oh, boy. This
Don't know
is
who that was about.
37th? Let's take a look here. Don't know if we see anything, but...
Probably want to look forward. Same place he was looking.
Yeah, fair enough. 009 under yellow. I don't see anything.
Interesting.
All right. We had a handful of drivers stay out. Harry Chiller will lead this lap. He'll get a bonus point for doing so. Yeah, a handful of guys winning. Jaden Carter wins the race off pit road. A couple guys going to stop for fuel. And then a couple guys further back, obviously they're going to stop. Get some damage fixed, the 86 being a good example of that. As we'll re-rack them and we'll try and complete a lap under green here. But yeah, you had it dead on.
Just
Half
about
a lap, almost exactly midway point down the back straightaway. And it just shows you how quick things can get out of control here. Corey Henry goes up the middle, 3 wide, has a big run. He thinks everything will be fine. And then all of a sudden there's a slight checkup. He doesn't see it, 5 cars ahead of him. AJ Green moves a little bit down, and there they go. I want to take a look at something. I saw something when Corey Henry was flying up through the middle. There was another car. Watch this, just right of your screen. Watch this 15. Just flying through.
Oh, boy.
And he does get involved a little bit. But that is Ryan Oates, a one-time winner. Be curious to see the cockpit cam on this one. But he was hauling the mail right at the drop. It's a good draft off the 06 of Spencer Burns. Big checkup, and he says, thank you very much. Everyone else is standing still. And just a little bit of contact in the left rear there, but he's already up 17 positions.
Yeah, that's one of those things about Daytona specifically. It might be a super speedway, but these cars are wide. And if you don't handle it well, if you're not able to hold your line well, you're going to have very little space to make it 3 wide. I have faith that these guys can do it, but you got to know everyone else around you is capable.
I mean, that's kind of the amazing thing about RODDCAR, right? We have so many successful drivers here on the iRacing service in general. Matthew Zwack and Michael P. Frisch getting promoted to the Contender Series. And we already had Cozy and Tyler Gary in the Coke Series. And we have a handful of others that pop in and out running part-time. Seth the Merchant, Christopher Hill. Guys that have been so successful. And then you have guys making their first ever starts here at Talmadge. Carlos Henriquez, who's made a handful of starts. Just so many examples. And it just shows the appeal of this league. And we've maxed him out here tonight. Pace car is off. Harry Chiller chose the top side. He'll lead him down. So he gets to the Geico Research zone. He waits till the drop of the green flag. He'll have Matthews whack all over his back bumper as they head down to turn number 1. Already cars through the grass. I think that was Spencer Burns. It was. He slid through pit road exit there. Take a look at what happened. Oh, just a massive checkup. Robert Colgan getting into the back of him. Well, he'll be A-OK. Ooh, Scott Warren aggressive in front of the field. And he does get left out 3 wide. He was trying to move up to that top side. Not able to do so. Here's Randy Arms. You know him from Monday nights, the Affinity Racing Series regular. And Tuesday, LSRL. Leading on Fridays. How much longer? There goes the 88. Oh, contact right in front of the field. Mark will lead that lap. Randy will merge back up. First lap under green in Season 30, led by the 88. It's somehow fitting as we're around mid-pack. Jacob Dunn. Yellow is out, and how in the world did they avoid him? I don't see any damage.
Way to go. Just to scatter.
Looks like he gets hit there from Ryan Oates, and that he's coming back up the track. And the entire back half of the field somehow misses him. I don't know how they did that. Actually, that was incredible. The blimp cam, again.
We just had 2 not great moves here. I know that the first one was on AJ Green, you know, like the little checkup caused him to come down. Like, there is a slight hole here for Ryan Oates, but he's gonna just drive into the back of Jacob Dunn no matter what.
Yeah, and that's Randy coming back up. It'll check up Jacob Dunn, who's giving him plenty of room. The 3's not doing anything wrong here. In fact, he's giving him room, moving up a little bit, letting him get in there. He doesn't run into the back of him, get on that right rear, and Oates just aggressive.
Man, all gas, no brakes.
And the 53 of Colgan might be the only one that got something from this other than Jacob Dunn. Let's take a look. I don't think he got anything somehow, some way. He doesn't touch him. Wow. Jacob Dunn does a nice job keeping it rolling. Spencer Burns, James Mendez taking evasive action. And he is just happy to come out of that relatively unscathed. Might need some new tires, but other than that, he's A-OK somehow, some way. Looks like Matthew Huggins in all of this. Let's take a look at what happened. He just towed off the racetrack, and I think he's gone. So, might have our first retirement of the night. Return to RODDCAR lasted 5 laps. Something might have popped up there, or a failure of some sort, but oh well, 42 others. And for those that might be new, RODDCAR rules are as follows. They have a choose cone on the exit of turn number 2. See that blue cone right there? That's how they determine whether they want the inside lane or outside lane. A lot of games can be played there with teammates and such. And then lap cars are able to wave themselves around the pace car under yellow until they get to the 1 to go signal. So you're never out of it. As long as you got a fast repair, you are sure to get some laps back. Looks like we got a couple of guys might be fixing some damage or a calculated move to head to the back.
I mean, right now the stuff has been happening mid-pack near the front, so
You're probably inside the top 15, I would say. See the bottom of your screen, they've been in their box. Well, that's pit lane time, about approaching 100 seconds. Pit stop time a little bit less on the right-hand side, and there goes Caleb Weekly. It maxes out after 120 seconds because at that point they got some big issues going on. But we should see them leave here soon if they don't want to go a lap down early. There goes Jaden Vernier. Pinder out, and Oscar Enriquez is out. So all 42 cars minus Matthew Huggins still chugging along here. Two cautions in the early going. We had 10, the average of the last 5 races, so we are well on pace for that.
Hopefully we can get it under control and start calming down here a little bit.
I was looking through the stats earlier today, trying to just get the full list on everybody. It's kind of interesting for Mark Jorgensen Jr. He won the Season 16 championship. So a handful of seasons ago, all the way back in 2019. The Summer Series there. He's only got 3 career wins, but he knows how to get around these plate tracks. He's always in position. I was shocked to find out that he only had 3 career wins. But as long as he's been around. It just shows you that the consistency on these plate tracks is more than enough to get a title in the bag.
Yeah, how many career wins do you have for how long you've been around?
1. But I'm not consistent, therefore I'm not a championship contender.
Yeah, we get wrecked out a lot trying to do stupid things.
Indeed we do.
But it's fun.
Lights
that's what matters.
On the pace car are off. We get ready to head back. How did it say he had 3? Unless I read that wrong. I was about to say, let's take a look here. I feel like
if you just did,
the league owner would know.
Spreading mid-information.
That would make sense. There's probably some other stat, but
you know, Michael Cozy Jr. only has 4 wins in his RODDCAR career.
No, I didn't.
That says your connection is not private. I'm not clicking on that link.
But the 88, nonetheless, he is a one-time champion, and he is leading this race as we get back underway.
You just not say things.
Well, I thought I had it right.
Cranking it up. All right, we can't spread misinformation if we're always cranking it up.
Fair enough. We crank it up for the first time here in Season 30. It's AJ Green splitting them 3 wide. We'll just see if they die under crank it up. But now they're up to speed and running pretty well. Only a couple cars hanging towards the back. Rod Flag, one of them, but this is his strategy most weeks. A couple of the CMS guys, Michael McElroy, we know their strategy. They like to hang out, watch all the chaos. And right in the thick of it, Art, your pick to win. Michael Frisch running 15th, middle 3 wide. He'll get back up to that top lane.
No, he won't.
Only for about a second.
He's doing that without any help, too.
He's got Corey Henry a couple car lengths behind him, but there is no defined middle lane. Dylan Dreiling thinking about it. Cameron Hurt, Corey Henry in the mix there.
Ooh, 3-1 now with the 8 machine of Adam Garza.
Oh, and there goes Corey Henry around. It's only one car. There's a secondary wreck, and yellow was out. That's the 81 machine, Carlos Henriquez, and we're wrecking after the yellow. The 17 machine goes around. Chris Pinder.
What happens?
That is a good question. Let's take a look. Originally, it's Corey Henry going around off of turn 2. Looks like him and the 06 of Spencer Burns get together. That's the initial contact.
But then the 43 comes up to like side draft and...
Yeah, so the far chase, a.k.a. the whodunit camera. This will tell us a lot. Corey Henry's been around 2 of our 3 incidents, so he goes up. And there's a little bit of netcode, but it's the 5 coming up. The 6... See, I don't know. Let's take a look here. Slow it down a little bit.
Oh my god.
Off the corner, you can see there that solid line. The 06 comes down ever so slightly, but it's the 5 going up. Netcode. And then the 43 does come up, and he turns the 5, but that's not why we're under yellow, as it's the 81 trying to avoid it. The 11 literally can't go anywhere. And so they're just kind of being pushed together. 81 just goes high. 11's in the wall. Doesn't really matter. And then what happens here to Pinder?
Yeah.
Ooh. His teammates getting together. The 15 machine there with Travis DeLeon and Chris Pinder. And I guess
it's been such a problem now. You think CMS would know where the brakes are?
Well, I'm trying to think here. Is the caution not out? Caution not out? Caution not out? Caution, and I guess it comes out here. So that's, to their defense, it doesn't come out till right there. And we go on board here and we do some investigating.
Oh, go do his cockpit.
So let's see here. He sees Corey Henry, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Alright, so there's the initial incident, right? There you see a slight little bit of smoke on the top side, but nothing really there. You see Corey Henry, so that's probably what he's focused on initially. And then honestly, he doesn't see it, and the yellow is out right now. Right here is where I understand it. So he actually doesn't see a thing here.
I mean, you can see that car slow on the wall there. You need...
He doesn't, though. Like, I'm looking at it right now, he does not see it. Caution comes out and he slows down, but it's just too late at that point. It's a very unfortunate chain of events there. Don't imagine Travis Brown is too happy, but that is the way that that wreck happened.
CMS bad.
So I can confirm that SimRacer Hub does have the stats wrong for several drivers, so we're going to have to go take a look at that before next week's race. Because I double-checked. Mark Jorgensen Jr., 128 career starts, 11 poles, 3 wins, 21 top 5s, 32 top 10s. RODDCAR.com, 27 wins. So there you go. Not sure what SimRacer Hub's got going on there, but oh well. We will correct it. As AJ Green stayed out to lead a lap, Rod Flag tried to do the same thing, but was bested by that 487. Was it our third caution of the night? Officially here at lap 16. Cozy Gary back out towards the front of the field. They started 1-2, and it's no surprise that they're back up there. choose is in effect. Cozy will take the top, Gary takes the bottom, and so on and so forth throughout the field.
Stats are spread out on 5 different Sim Racer Hub pages.
You hate to see it. I spent a lot of time on that. Ah! Oh, my mental health just took a hit. That's okay. But we'll watch here. Logan Shore takes top, and we'll just keep going back. Ryan Tiller top. Travis Brown takes the top. Travis De Leon. Top and top. Top is a popular choice, and Oscar Enriquez breaks that trend. Dean Clavitt. So we head all the way back to Jonathan Amodio. James Mendez. We'll go to the bottom side of the racetrack. And Michael McElroy's lengthy repairs on pit road. Still 42 cars in the race.
And I'm going to need one of them to start moving forward. I'm going to be fresh. Top 20. Oh, there's a big checkup on that outside line.
As we enter the Geico restart zone, Michael Cozy Jr. gets us back underway here. Lap number 17. Top side is far more organized.
Yeah, Gary got a little too much of a jump there. Didn't have the help to get moving forward fast enough.
Jacob Roth is now on his back bumper, as is 54 Mo Perry, Jaden Carter, and Jacob A. Wilkerson. In that 43 machine. They're actually surging on the inside. Turn number 2, but Gary goes to pick up the 99. And that is a duo that's going to be tough to break up if they stick together as whack as well. 3 of the best to ever do it in RODDCAR.
Saying you get right beside them, you just hook a hard right into their door, break them up real easily.
That's one way to do it, but they're usually so
It's
far
frowned upon, slightly unethical, but
that's a 2-car tandem on that last lap that would probably beat any other combination in the field, that 66 and the 99.
Wouldn't beat us. Actually, definitely wouldn't beat us.
They
Have
would.
beat us many times.
I beat them once, though. That's all that matters.
I had a generous amount of help.
That is true. Let's see there, though. But right now, they're content with working together. Good pushes down the back straightaway. 99 had the run, could have taken it anywhere. Here comes that inside with the 27. They're fighting back. Mo Perry giving him a nice shove. Getting to turn number 3. Caleb Weekly a little high in the wall there. That's going to put your guy, Frisch, under pressure. The 80 was in the wall there off of 4, and Frisch had to take evasive action through the middle.
We're going to have a little help there now with Dreiling, though.
Yeah, we haven't had
Tiller.
a long enough run to see if that middle actually has enough momentum to make it 3x3 yet. But here comes Dreiling. He's a pretty good pusher. Draft Heart 300 winner a couple of seasons ago. Frisch hops back in line. Not going to be easy to get that middle going. But it's a couple of the champions out front. They're setting the example, and they're just kind of going single file. No big moves being made. But here comes Frisch. He's up to 14th, 13th, right inside the top 15, battling away. If they keep making progress, some more guys would jump down. It's a really...
you mentioned the draft.
Yeah. Right around, it's 28, 27 cars that are really just right on the tail of one another. And then it kind of is a little bit more lax back here, 30th on back. Pinder way off the pack, and Michael McElroy spent a lot of time on pit road. He also not in the pack. But everyone else, they are together.
Yeah, this middle line, I mean, they've gotten pretty far up the field, but it does not always have, like, the momentum.
Yeah, they're now up to 12th, so they've picked up another row of spots. Anyone else going with them? Spencer Burns thinking about it. But there's no real sense of urgency yet. There's no one really pushing. They're not all on the back bumper.
There's contact back there with AJ Green and Caleb Weekly. Able to keep it straight. Raw score light goes around. Frisch into the wall.
And just like that.
Oh, the 71 clipped there just at the end. He's got to turn it up.
It was a little quiet, so should be good going forward. And right as we did that, though, caution is out for the 4th time this evening. Let's take a look, as that was quite a lot as you were walking me through there.
They really like to wreck when I decide to speak every now and then.
He did a nice job. So let's take a look here. Frisch through the middle. A lot of cars off the grass. What happens here? It's going to be some netcode between our resident Brit, Harry Tiller, and Ross Corlett. So right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and say that there probably wasn't contact made here. And we'll slow it down. Corlett comes down a little bit, and yeah, you can see there no contact was made, but it's just enough to send him around. He barely clips Frisch. He has no idea what happened, and then it is off from there. Chain reaction.
Look at what happens to Joe Swanson here as Frisch comes down the track without brakes.
Oh, man.
I mean, he might have been on the brakes, but that car just gets...
I think he was on the brakes, unfortunately, there.
I mean, it's hard to be slowing down from 200 miles an hour.
Joe Swanson probably gets the worst of that. Oh, Corey Henry.
Supposedly, the 81 threaded the needle.
Let's take a look here. But yeah, Swanson, he thinks he's good. And really, at this point, you're like, oh. That was probably the reaction right there in the cockpit. And he'll roll down the track. Let's take a look here. 81 of Carlos Enriquez. Kind of just hanging back, waiting for the incident. He goes right through the grass, and he does clear it. And he avoids Jacob Dunn on the re-entry. Very nicely done by the 81 machine. Corey Henry was facing the wrong way at one point, too. What happened to Randy Arms? Oh, what? What in the world happened to him? So he avoids the wreck. I'm trying to see what incident he had going on here.
I mean, he did manually disconnect.
Right. I'm wondering why that's the... Oh. So I...
Does he bounce and break a toe link? Oh, apparently Randy is having issues with his wheel.
Yeah, look at right here. Right there. Oh, yeah, that thing snaps. And so he gets out of dodge before it can do damage to those around him. Well done. Well done. Can respect that. And Corey Henry had a big shunt here somewhere in all of this. Let's go find him. The number 5 machine. He was facing the wrong way as well. He got a big shunt here. Oh, there was, yeah, the 43 goes around, so he gets a big piece of that. It's like a multi-car, like, just chain there. And that's kind of the aftermath. On the high side, Connor Zola, Ryan Tiller, Dane Cruz, Cameron Hurt, and Garza. Jaden Vernier avoids the wreck. Yeah, there was a lot going on that one, though. I think it's time for our first interview of the night. And we'll go be a Homer, Dean Clavitt, Mo Perry.
Is to mute chat.
Hello.
It's Max.
Hello.
It is. Here for the Puffer Zone Drop Their Media Obligations 200 live on YJ Media. How we doing tonight, fellas?
I'm doing good now.
Pushing.
Question. All right, what is it, Mo Perry?
No, I didn't say question. I said I'm pushing.
Oh. I get my ears checked. But yeah, you're 8th right now. Post choose.
Yeah.
And I've avoided each of the 4 cautions to a good extent there.
Yeah, every single one of my incidents this race has been going through the grass.
Yeah, there you go.
Be it avoiding a wreck or choosing.
Absolutely.
Which I still think we should change the choose here. Like, I find it annoying that pretty much it's impossible to get a 0x race in RODDCAR at Daytona anymore.
Dean, you're going to be starting 20th here right in the thick of it. What do you think you can do from this spot?
Drop to the back and hopefully miss more wrecks.
Fair enough. Still a long way to go. Good luck the rest of the way, fellas.
Thank you.
Have fun at the broadcast.
Thank you. So said he'd be pushing here. AJ Green stayed out. He pitted on lap 15. He did not need to pit there again. He's hoping for another quick caution here as we are trying to work through the new season. I guess, I don't know, what do you call it? Nervousness for a couple of guys, probably. Trying to familiarize themselves with all the new people. And 487 gets us up through the gears. Back to green on lap number 25.
The problem isn't necessarily the new people, because I mean, a lot of these drivers have been here for a minute now.
That's a good point.
Should be caught up. I think it's just like the new season jitters. Like, it's all the race work. Last season, we had drivers not show up for the final race this season because it was already locked up. But it's new. It's fresh. You finish at the top 10. Like, if you can maintain consistency throughout the season, that's like, I mean, you're in the fight.
The championship fight is on. Everyone's reset at 0. Trying to make
I'm saying broadcasters should get like provisional points, right? Give us an extra 50 going into next week.
Right.
So we don't get a race this week. It's supposed to be my season.
It's my time. The
time is up. My time is now.
The art championship push that nobody asked for.
Or wants. Could be the worst time of anyone in rock.
Yeah, they don't want you at the front. I promise you that. Hey, I'm bringing out the YJ car next week though. Buffer Zone's gonna have to broadcast the YJ car at the front, so we're getting on screen somehow, some way, whether they like it or not.
They literally cannot ignore my car. It's a pink and white capybara monstrosity that says YJ on it. All right.
There you go. Let's see. Here's the biggest mover so
Scare,
far.
where'd you finish? Oh, I ain't taking that kind of disrespect. Scare, where did you finish Wednesday?
It's Caleb Weekly currently. Oh, there goes Spencer Burns! He's gonna clip the 80. Oh, big! Vicious impact, and there goes commentator's curse. That's 101 right there. That is textbook.
Like
Commentator's curse.
He's
He's the biggest mover.
What happens here with Spencer Burns?
He was around in a hurry. That 06 machine. Let's take a look here. He's got the
Big
88
Jorgensen.
machine behind him. Oh, that's just another checkup. 27 of Jacob Roth gets to the back of Cozy, but he's already on the 66 of Tyler Gary. You can just see there, the 06 checks up for half a second. 88 doesn't have time to react, and around we go. And Mo Perry just escapes it. He clips the 80. Ryan Oates involved. Jacob Dunn. Further behind, Travis De Leon. The 86 of Oscar Enriquez. Ross Corlett, Jaden Carter, James Mendez, Logan Shore. Take your pick. It's Jarrett Talmadge in the 31 that was involved there.
I want to go back to Talkit. That man talked about my driving on Wednesday as though I didn't get a top 5.
It was.
I'm back.
We'll see you next week.
No.
Fair enough. All right, let's go talk
Not
to
for
James
Wednesdays.
Mendez.
Hello.
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 James Mendez, Jarrett Talmadge, we're both in the most recent caution. How's the car?
I think mine's okay.
Fair enough.
I don't know what you classify as in. I saved it.
You were there. But making your RODDCAR debut tonight, what you think of it so far? I know it's been an interesting one, but
Fun.
Yeah, there you go.
Eye pacing.
Yeah, it's
Really encouraging.
I expected this though with 43 cars.
Yeah, you gotta always expect it.
Mm-hmm.
It's iRacing, plate racing.
Yeah. But we know that you guys, well, James, I don't know about James, but Jared, I know you can get around a plate track. What's the idea here for the second half of this race? What's the plan to get to the front?
The hell was that disc?
Wait till 20 to go and go to the front.
James, it's because I know you. I don't know Jarrett well enough yet to start ripping him, but
No.
I know you. It's okay. And then here with the 24 machine, Jonathan wins the race off pit road for that second group. How's the car feeling?
Pretty good. I mean, I've had to find some grass multiple times. The most recent was that one going through the exit of pit road, but it's still one piece, so I think it's still pretty good.
There you go. But lap 30, and I think we still have all the fast repairs, hopefully, intact, so it's going to be big going forward.
Yeah. Max, I gotta ask, what did you have for dinner?
What did I have for dinner? I had Moe's steak burrito, chips and salsa.
What kind of sauce are we talking about here?
I literally have no idea. Just the basic whatever they put in
What
the
color
bag.
was it?
It was red salsa.
You're beta.
Okay. That's why you don't have a RODDCAR win, James.
Oh,
All right. The interview ends on my terms. There you go. One of our own, Mo Perry, at the front of the field. You love to see it. Look at Mo Perry representing the field right now. Look at that. He's representing us so well right now.
I don't see no YJ on that car.
Hey, he's one of our own, though. We
I've
claim
been
him.
trying to get him to burn a YJ car. But he's like, this is my masterpiece.
Uh-huh.
Put a YJ on it.
Listen, don't
Why
make
are we
me...
back on food?
Don't get me started.
What happened? What did I miss?
James Mendez asked me what I had for dinner.
Why is James Mendez asking that?
Because he's a copycat.
Why is he stealing someone's shtick?
He just stole CMS's whole flow.
Bar for bar.
I'll go tell him. Listen up, CMS. Your whole flow was just stolen live. James Mendez asked what was for dinner, so I'll let you guys
Get him out of
handle
here.
that. Yeah, I'll let you.
He got out of everything altogether. And is he in the race?
He's in the race. I'll
Or
let
is
you. I'll let you deal with it.
Wrecking him. Don't even worry about it. We'll have lots of time to talk about dinner. I am not fast. I am not clean. I am not good. But dinner conversations are mine.
Oh, that's all CMS had. You can't take that away from them.
I like turtles.
Hello?
Hey, Randy, how's your wheel and pedals doing?
Awful. I'm trying to reinstall the driver right now, but I'll be back. Don't you worry.
All right, you got 50 laps. You're only, I think, 8 down at this point. Hurry up. You might still have a chance.
You can reinstall yourself. He'll get him back.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. That's why I'm
Well,
not giving up yet.
Don't give up.
I hope you guys went to my camera with my engine just
Yeah,
chip.
that was, I was like, yeah, he got out of Dodge before the whole car exploded. It's smart.
Yeah, I was like, oh
Quick
shit,
react.
it won't stop. I gotta get out.
Yep. We saw the wheel just crank instantly to the right. We're like, yeah, it's not supposed to do that. So, get back in here soon. Good luck, fellas. They got quiet at the end of that. That was weird.
What did you have for dinner? Why is it red salsa?
I had Moe's, steak burrito, and chips and salsa.
Okay. I mean, that is pretty basic.
I mean,
Good, too.
that's pretty solid.
I mean, I had Taco Bell. It was basic.
Not
I had a
surprised.
$5 box. Or it's not even $5 box anymore. They upped that price of it. It's $6.
$6. What are we doing to this great country? It's
Got
Mo
me
Perry.
Wordy to crunch, though. Mo
There you go.
Perry.
At the front of the field, enters the Geico Research Zone. Barney the flagman waving that right arm. We're back underway. Not 31.
He's going to have to drop down, ain't he?
Pick up Tyler Gary or trust the rookie
Cozy.
behind you. I would do that. He did not do that.
Not doing that. Oh, we're 3 wide already. I mean, he's going to have Zwack. He's going to have AJ Green.
But he will lose the lead.
Oh, he's not going to have Zwack.
Oh, he's taking him 3 wide right off the exit of turn number 2.
Mo Perry absolutely fumbling the bag right now.
Jacob Roth will pick him up. They're going to lead that middle line, and it is quickly evaporating. Mo Perry right back into the middle of the field here.
fun while it lasted, wasn't it, Mo?
He led to turn 1. He looked good doing it. Spencer Burns was just involved in our most recent caution. He's back up already to 10th. He said, I didn't hear no bell. Odd flag up in the mix. This is farthest we've seen him up this evening.
When is he going to change that paint scheme? I understand that it was in commemoration of the Pack 2 dissolving.
Oh, dang, cruising the wall. And he'll get
Wazoo's
split.
doing great this year. You guys celebrate your team while you can.
But
They're
Wazoo
about
still
to become a basketball school.
Wazoo still don't have a home. So they're still in mourning. He's going to wear that black paint scheme until the lawsuit settles, which will approximately be in 2028 by the time litigation is done and Larry Scott is held accountable for his crimes against Pac-12 After Dark. Prairie does eventually make it down to the bottom side of the racetrack, second in line, pushing Jacob Roth around, and they're going to try and get this inside line formed up. Travis Brown and a handful of others. Rod Flag, Harry Tiller looked like they were dead sideways in front of the field, but they hang on to it. Kevin Spencer.
Ooh, Spencer Burns 3 wide with no help.
Got the new number, the 96. He was thinking about dropping to the back, but he realizes that there was still half a field behind him, and they were pretty spread out, so he said, to heck with it. Someone get me up here. So with that, Cameron Hurt off the pace, but he's still running. Looks like his car is mostly fixed. Spent 2 minutes on pit road, so he'll be back on the lead lap. Travis DeLeon again dropping to the back. Jaden Vernier, big damage on the 6. He lost the pack. And with that, Colby, Pete Linkar out of the race as well. Unsure what happened to him. And then Randy Arms trying to rejoin. But we do know at this point that Matthew Huggins is out. And he's got that last place finish locked up. So when Randy gets back, we should have 41 cars running. I don't know if we need a middle line. I don't think it's worked once tonight. It's caused more issues than it's helped. I think if we can just get more guys focused on getting that bottom line, we can have some really good racing. I haven't really seen the middle materialize much. Frisch going to try it again. Last time he was in this position, he got wrecked. So we'll see.
I mean, Corey Henry with the Mazzari situations. I think probably it's just a lack of patience. Like, I mean, we're 35 laps into it. We're not even halfway through the race. We've seen, 4 or 5 wrecks now? Like, drivers just do not have the patience to sit in line. And that's coming from me. Also does not have patience. Like, I can't believe these guys are coming. Like, I mean, you want to move forward. You don't want to be stuck behind these people that you really don't know.
That's a good point. I think that's a lot of what we've seen. Seen a couple of wrecks, though, just checking up. Guys not being able to react quick enough. Happens 4 or 5 cars in front of them, and they just get caught out by it.
Like, we were about to have another one there. Harry Tiller. Oh, we got one
And
now.
you've spoken into existence. Spencer Burns again. Kevin Spencer, Rod Flag. Around they all go.
I mean, I was looking at Harry Tiller. He comes up into the outside line, kind of cuts off the nose of Caleb Weekly. And I was waiting for that checkup. And yeah, Enriquez just, I think he might have come down a little bit there.
Let's take a look high above. Big checkup there, like you mentioned. Yeah, I think the 81 does come down a bit there.
I mean, it's just a little bit, but it's enough for Netco to be like, well, I think you're coming all the way down.
Let's see here. He's trying to take the run and clear Frisch, but yeah, that one. Netcode starts it, but I think he was going to keep coming down. And the 06 gets right rear. Mark Jorgensen Jr. nowhere to go. And it is off from there. Handful of guys involved. Good use of the brakes. 24 said he had to go through the grass, and there's another time as well. Yeah, another big hit here for the 06. And it's not a coincidence that the first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 10 cars, single file, no incident. The first instance of 3 wide is the first row of 3 wide. That's where the wreck happens. It's not a coincidence. Jacob Ross sneaks through. Corey Henry gets a piece. What happens to Kevin Spencer here? There's like a secondary thing going on. That's Jacob Wilkerson. He just gets right into the back bumper and just sends him all the way around. James Mendez right there as well. He's got Adam Garza behind him. Let's see if there's any... Ooh, yeah, Garza sends him right into that wreck, and he's going to sneak through. Oh, I know James isn't happy about that. Oh, man. Wow. That is an interesting... I mean, he literally just, pushes him on, say, you go get up in there, buddy. You get up in there twice, and I'll just sneak through. Oh, no. There you go. Taking out your enemies one at a time.
The comment in chat, the hot Mormons distracted him.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Talking about
It's RODDCAR things.
The RODDCAR, I don't see none of that in here. So
no, there aren't hot Mormons in chat. I don't know if they're hot Mormons.
Oh boy. Let's see here. Randy's still not able to make it back. His window is closing.
Do you think I just offended the entire state of Utah there?
Probably. BYU better. There you go. That'll really make them mad. That'll send them into a frenzy. BYU probably doesn't lose at home to Bowling Green, though, so they are better. Cameron Hurt, welcome back to the lead lap. There he goes in 51. Love the paint scheme. He didn't give me the number file. We were able to find it online. AJ Green loves leading himself some laps. He'll stay out multiple times. He's already got the bonus point well and truly locked up tonight, so. I think the highest running rookie tonight currently is Dane Cruz in the Beamer paint scheme in the 11. Followed by Oscar Enriquez and Caleb Weekly. Evan Rice. Robert Colgan. Garza. Talmadge, Burns. Wilkerson. Enriquez. Tiller. Cameron Hurt. Vernier. And that is the rookies as they run. Shoes is in effect. You do get an EOL if you hit the cone, so.
Sad that we're going to be hitting halfway as, going green again. Why can't we just go green all the time? Why do we have to throw cautions?
Race control doing their job. How disgusting.
We need to have a new season where it's just we throw one caution halfway through and then we throw a normal caution. Like no cautions for the first half of the race and then we throw cautions.
Don't let this man be in charge.
Why not?
Terrible idea.
That's a great idea.
I
just don't wreck each other.
Well,
be more incentive to not do dumb things.
Extra $20 to the winner if we get a green flag pit cycle. They'd run single files so quick just to take your money, Corbin.
Say it in chat. Say it in chat. I dare you.
He's giving up his proceeds.
I mean, that's what he gets paid.
Yeah, so I just wouldn't pay him. He could pay it out of pocket then. Lose $40 on the night. I don't care. AJ Green and Scott Warren, your front row. AJ hoping for another quick caution. He pitted on lap 28, so he needs a caution here probably in the next 8 laps or so. As we will complete halfway upon the conclusion of lap number 40. We'll see how quickly Tyler Gary and Zwack try and dispatch this 487, and that got very close to turning AJ Green in front of the field. You know, Tyler Gary, he does not like to sit around in second, and especially if it's somebody he hasn't worked with a whole lot. Got to lead that line. He gets a nice shot there from the 487. The inside line surges ahead into turn number 3 with Scott Warren and Dane Cruz.
Are we going to have a BMW leading a RODDCAR race?
First time since we broadcasted it. And there goes the lap lead for the 76 machine.
Wait, did Corbin give up his number? He permanently not driving again?
Let me tell you, the first wreck we caused, once we're back on track, he's going to love giving that EOL out one, isn't he? He's going to never let us forget it. I haven't seen the middle form up here as much. Ryan Oates is falling to the back. He was stuck in the middle by himself, but now he's got the 88 of Mark Jorgensen hooked up with him, and there's a shot mid-corner. And that's kind of the aggressive risk you would have to take, and it's overstepping the boundaries off of turn number 4, the 88. Big damage. And what happened here? Yellow is out.
Nothing good.
Take a look here. So yeah, that push mid-corner to Ryan Oates, I think it just unsettled both of them on the exit. Gives him a nice shot here. 15 goes up the hill a little bit. And on corner exit, he tries to go down. And he just goes down into Corey there. Mo Perry, again, just squeaking and by. There goes Adam Garza into the wall. Joe Swanson to the back of Jacob Dunn. Dylan Dreiling nowhere to go. Pinder nowhere to go. Joe Swanson again. Huge damage for that 71 machine. It's almost a copycat of his first incident. He's going to go down low here. He gets right reared again. And he has a concussion.
Joe Swanson out for the season?
Oh, man. They are just, like, attracted to that right rear.
Tyler Gary spun under yellow? Question mark? Yeah.
Let's take a look. Oh, with AJ Green. So let's take a look here.
Yeah, AJ... What?
So he blinks out there. And that was not okay. He just slowly drifts up and gets him. Just ever so slowly. I don't understand that at all. No damage, but certainly odd. Robert Colgan will stay out and try and lead a lap here. James Mendez says he flew through pit road to avoid the wreck. Let's see it. I want to see this. Back it up here. The 92 machine. Tampa Bay Lightning themed car. Too bad the Rays just did whatever that was. So here we go.
I don't think I've seen a scarier set of words said in the iRacing chat than what Adam Garza just said.
He's not kidding. I mean, he's just flew through there. He said, I'm not even going to pretend. Just clear the black flag. I was avoiding the wreck. So what did Mr. Adam Garza say that was so terrifying?
How do I use a fast repair?
Oh, man. He's actually, like, not a RODDCAR rookie. Wait,
is he a rookie?
No, he's A-Class 3100. What is he?
There's no way.
He know what he's doing.
That man said how I use a fast repair.
He's just trolling.
I don't believe him.
Well,
I'm just gonna assume that he did bad. He's gonna have to prove me wrong.
wait, Toad did what? All right then. Yeah, I tell you what, I don't understand. It is Friday night, RODDCAR. There's a full moon out or something. We're having a good time though. We were here. It was the penultimate race, second to last race in season 29. Ben Billard won this one in a thriller in his second career start. It was Tyler Gary, Ben Billard, Matthew Zwack, and Michael Frisch to settle it on the white flag as they separated themselves from the pack on a series of green flag pit stops. So this race, a little bit different than that one. The good news, though, there's one attempt at a green-white checkered, and it is the point of no return, so we will have a finish under green flag conditions no matter what. So everyone's going to get their shot.
I'm just saying, if it wasn't for buffer zone, I'm winning this race.
You know what, we just end the broadcast. We were the winners of this race by default. We were getting a 1-2. It's going to be a Williams Brothers masterclass.
It honestly was. Coming out of retirement, did my race on Wednesday. Like, I was ready.
Oh, man.
I was going to put on a show. You're ruined.
Come back, we'll have to wait one more week. Lights are off on top of the pace car to be Robert Colgan leading the field down, as it is now, I believe it's a field of 38, all on the lead lap. Out of the race, it appears to be Ryan Oates, Adam Garza, maybe? Colby, Pete Linkar, Randy Arms, and Matthew Huggins. Oh, Randy Arms just came back. There you go. Make it 39 cars still in the race. Randy's going to need a lot of help if he wants to get back on the lead lap. 22 laps down. I don't see it happening, but
I mean,
I don't see it happening. They'd have to wreck pretty much every lap after the restart, like on the lap. And they've been able to get a couple of decent runs in tonight, so.
I was going to say this. I blame Matt Spaulding for all of this.
He did.
He spoke it into existence by talking about if we wreck 15 times, he could take back over.
So he said his USB was unplugged halfway. Just why not plug it back in?
Plug it all the way in.
Right? Spencer Burns will give him some credit. He's not scared. He's been involved in 2 big accidents tonight, and he was trying to make it 3 wide there on Caleb Weekly. He's going for it. Well, that's the right strategy. It remains to be seen. Here comes Cozy through the middle. We'll see if he can get this middle line working. Hasn't really shown a lot of promise all night long, but if you see Michael Cozy Jr. in your rear views, and maybe you drop down, pick him up. That's exactly what Caleb Weekly does. So we'll see if they're able to make any headway. Frisch in behind Cozy. They work well together. Comes Rod Flag, Joe Swanson, Corey Henry. Jacob Wilkerson now, and it is popping off. Now we have 3x3 for really the first time tonight. From the 18 and the 169, though, I'm just trying to tandem ahead of it. You can Clavitt. 30 spots. Spencer Burns leading that middle line now. As we get further and further into this race, you're going to see guys, they'll see the runs in their rearview mirrors, and they're just going to try and pull in front of it, and they want to be leading that line of momentum. That's what we're seeing right now. That middle line started to get as far as they had, and then Zwack and Tiller had to cover it off, and they went back up to the top, but they did pull them through a little bit. As they've made it all the way up to that 4th row, the 06, getting help from that 43 of Jacob Wilkerson. Scott Warren going to step out now. He saw him pick up another row, and he made a move. Zwack comes down, so that top line losing a bit of momentum now. It's such a momentum-based style of racing, especially in the next gens.
Oh, we've had another incident there. Jacob Dunn came a good ways up off that yellow line. That inside line is not connected. Like, these drivers are all over the place.
Scott Warren, he went from the
Corlett
middle. He's thinking maybe go back into the top. Do you want to be third in line in the middle? You want to lead the top? Just a couple of laps ago, it was Spencer Burns leading the middle. Now he's fourth in line. And here comes Robert Colgan. Pull out, go to the outside. He would have won him the race with that move on the last lap. Still a long way to go, over 30 laps. AJ Green will pull down to the inside. Take the run. Harry Tiller going to give him a push clear. Ross Corlett getting that third group reorganized. As we have actually broken this field out into 25 drivers, back to Rod Flagg. And then a second group from Travis Brown. And they're trying to get reorganized. And then even further back, Michael McElroy, the CMS gang of Pinder and DeLeon and Jaden Vernier. So we've kind of broken the pack up a little bit. And with that, though, they get as aggressive as they've been all night, 3 by 3.
Oh, and there's another checkup. I am shocked that we didn't have a wreck there. Scott Warren was also
Multiple cars in the wall. The 86 all over the back of the 54. Gonna have to stay off of them. Let them get gathered up. Mo Perry able to survive for now. So that breaks up the field a little bit. Middle line surging ahead. And Harry Tiller going to drop down, though.
Jacob Roth going to get left out to dry there in the middle.
Got Dane Cruz behind him. They're going to have to regather that momentum. And
oh, I see this being a problem. That bottom line when they catch up to Robert Colgan. How do they use that momentum?
Matthew Zwack goes from top to bottom. Back up to the top. He's controlling the lanes beautifully now. Shows you why he was the season 29 champion. As with this, Harry Tiller, Colgan, put it on lap 37. They're approaching their pit window here in the next 5 to 7 laps.
Oh,
and around we go.
Oh, why you gotta say anything?
And that's pretty much the whole front field, about 8th on back. Around they go. Harry Tiller, I mentioned him, and around he went. Let's take a look here. Jacob Roth gives him a huge push, and Mo Perry goes on there.
And he's making contact with the wall, and he just overcorrects it too much and comes down.
Wall, it does come down right into 27. Who hooks Harry Tiller, who hooks Corlett. I mean, that's a 3-car chain reaction right there. Ross Corlett did nothing wrong, and there he goes. Spencer Burns. James Mendez into Jacob Dunn. The 81 machine of Carlos Henriquez. Jarrett Talmadge. Rod Flagg slowing it down. Caleb Weekly just misses it. I think Mark just barely escapes this. Ooh, that was almost. Ooh, man. Check the 23 of Cameron Hurt. I'm assuming that's what he's talking about. Oh, he just dumps Logan Shore there a little bit. No damage done majorly there, but I'm sure that's not what he was looking for. And then the 27, it looks like he's able to hang on to it. The 53, no big damage as well. So they will be okay.
Yeah, I think Mo's a little upset right now.
So Rod, he's going to try and lead a lap, but I don't think he gets it at the line. We'll see. Nope. He'll have to stay out again if he wants the bonus point. So it's him and Jaden Vernier that stayed out. Zwack wins the race off pit road. As we reform the pack here, Randy Arms is going to start trying to get his laps back. And I respect the effort. If nothing else, just to have some fun on a Friday night. He runs our logos, so he's a pretty swell guy, though. He's contractually obligated to. Yeah, 41st, your first start. I don't. Or second career start.
I'm tired of it, to be honest.
This is his second.
We need to get better drivers. Hey, YJ Media is recruiting drivers. If you would like to apply.
Can you finish better than 40th in your second career RODDCAR start? Inquiring minds want to know. He will pass Ryan Oates here in about 9 laps, and then just after that, he'll get Adam Garza, and Tyler Gary left after all that as well, so not sure what happened to him. I think he might have left after getting turned under yellow.
He's been gone.
Didn't even realize that in all the commotion. My goodness. That was your outside pole sitter. So Rod does stay out to lead that lap, so he gets the bonus point. One more stop for everybody, depending on when the next caution falls. I'm sure we're going to have another one. We'll just see if it happens, you know, in 10 laps, they get to 64, they got a decision to make, but if it happens right at the tail end of this fuel run, then they'll be okay. But it does give them a decision to make, because if it comes out right after the restart, then they will be in a tough situation. Randy Arms now 20 laps down instead of 22. So there you go. He needs 10 cautions in 25 laps. Oh, jeez.
I mean,
It's not bad. It hasn't been that bad.
I don't think it's possible, to be honest. But it would be funny, not funny.
It would be funny in the fact that it happened, not funny in the fact that we had to witness it.
Yes.
And that we were the broadcasters on call at the time.
I would scream.
We would be like, hey, we're by the hour tonight, not the base rate. Nevertheless.
Base rate's going up.
Be an interesting finish here. We have had some decent runs. The runs have gotten a little bit more organized. But again, with the laps ticking down, that's going to go right back out the window. So we shall see how this works. Pace car is off. Rod flag. Leads them to the Geico restart zone, and we're back underway. He'll need a pit stop here probably in the next 6 to 8 laps. So he's definitely hoping for another quick caution. So I think he's going up to the top. He'll kind of yield way here. Jaden Vernier probably doing the same thing. He's on the same strategy as Rod. And they'll go to the back, but Dylan Dryling, they're going to go up and they're going to form that third lane anyways, so you cannot get to the back that way. As we have 37 cars on the lead lap. Big move there from Frisch. Goes top to bottom. Now he's clear up to the middle if he wants it on the exit of 4. He was thinking about it. We'll stay in line for now, and there he goes.
Yeah,
go all the way to the top.
Might have not made a great move there. Those outside lines are not hooked up properly. The 6 machine second car on that third line all over the place. I don't think Frisch is going to have the momentum to go forward, but he's got Zwack now.
Zwack and Frisch, they work well together, but Frisch, again, he's insistent on going up. So he tells Zach, come up with me, but that allows Dane Cruz to fly to the lead. He was away for a handful of seasons, making his return tonight. Looking for his first career win, according to Sim Racer Hub. It's an asterisk. Well, those stats will be corrected for next week. At a bare minimum, he has 2 top 10s in something RODDCAR related. So that middle line's fallen back more than I thought it would. Third line has collapsed, and we're wrecking further back. Yellow is out. Travis De Leon destroyed. And a handful of others. Jonathan Amodio. Ooh, and the 86 just cuts him off. Jaden Vernier, thanks for coming. Right front toe link. My goodness, that was vicious. And the 15's got a great run here. He's making some headway. He's been involved in a couple early incidents, but he was charging inside the top 15, and 86 absolutely just cuts him off there. My goodness. Like, literally no time to react. Wow.
Yeah, that was a move of all time if I've ever seen one.
And he escapes completely unharmed. 15 will not take lightly to that.
Like, I mean, I don't get why we're... Like, it's not even really a block. He just wants to get back in line, but, like, that's super aggressive for, like, 25th.
Yeah. 24. I don't think he was... no, he wasn't. He just stopped. Guys having to avoid it. Mark Jorgensen. And Carlos Enriquez. Ray Chiller makes an excursion through the grass. Well, we're right at the window. Again, I don't think we go green to the end. Unfortunately, it's just been that night. But we're right at that window where if you double stop, you have a chance. So I expect everyone to do so. Unless you really want that bonus point. Jacob Dunn really wants the bonus point. He could come in next time by, start at the tail end, but he does get a bonus point there in the 3 machine. Let's go talk to him. Here with pit 3, Jacob Dunn, you're leading this race. What's the plan? Hoping for another quick caution, or are we coming down next time by?
Well, we're in save mode right now. Out front, I know that's going to be a little hard, but I think if we get another quick caution, I'll come back down and fill it up.
Absolutely. We're right on the tail end if you stop here. Be curious to see just kind of the style of race. I think we'll get another caution, so I'm sure you'll be fine. Just kind of how it's been tonight. Mark, you've seen a lot tonight in midfield. They've been wrecking them all up tonight.
These are some terrible driving motherfuckers, Max. That's all I got to fucking say.
We're kicking off season 30 with a repair bill that is through the roof tonight for a lot of guys, but
I mean, Rod is enticing us with money to have a green flag pit stop, and we cannot seem to get our shit together.
Yeah, a couple of them have been pretty harmless, right, where we check up 4 or 5 cars deep, 5th guideline doesn't see it. Some of it has been pretty aggressive, for lap,
Right.
16, but at the end of the day,
I think we've proved ourselves time and time again that we suck in this car.
The next gen definitely is a different style, and it's the runs and momentum that it has is vastly different than the Xfinity and truck. But you've had the experience, you've been around a while. It's
right.
It's up there tonight. We wrecked some stuff up tonight. You still gotta, you've been involved in a couple things, a little bit of right side damage, but you got a car that theoretically should compete for the win with 20 to go.
I mean, the bigger thing is I still have my fucking fast repair. So, I mean, I promise you, we are going to be tearing some shit up.
Yeah, that's what we said. We got through the middle part of the race. We had a couple good runs, 10 laps or so. Didn't get to the green flag pit stops, but now we're 20 to go, and the intensity is going to ramp right back up. We're going to wreck some more stuff here. I'm almost sure of it.
I mean, we were idiots at the start of the race. I'm pretty sure we're going to continue the trend, and we're going to be idiots at the finish.
Why not?
Great.
But,
right.
It makes for an entertaining finish. I literally have no clue who's going to win. We got a bunch of new faces here. Awesome to see. 30th season. We're kicking it off in style,
right.
Like no other Friday night. I mean, it's just,
Damn right.
Absolutely.
Ross Corlett, you've been involved in a handful of stuff tonight too. You're sitting there 21st. What's the thoughts for the final 20 laps?
I'm just lucky I got a fast pair. I've been spun out 3 times or been involved 3 or 4 more times. So I'm just thankful I got my fast pair in the back pocket. So hopefully we can. First, the second I get in the damn front, I get turned across the field.
I saw that.
Quit clearing yourself.
Oh man.
I didn't clear myself. Taylor just turned to right.
Oh, man. Hey, but the fast repair with 20 to go, that's worth its weight in gold right there, fellas.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right. Andrew Cootie says hi, by the way.
Who says hi?
Andrew Cootie says hi, Ross.
Where'd you come from?
I don't know. He's in chat watching. He hasn't been around in a minute, so I don't know. And here's Wesley Pearson. Where you been?
I haven't been in RODDCAR for 2 years now, I think.
I know.
Wait, Wesley Pearson? What?
Need you back. But anyways, fellas, we're getting down to it. Good luck.
Wesley Pearson?
All right, thanks, Max.
We have a Wesley Person sighting. Hello. Not racing. Andrew Cootie says hello. Mark tells it just like it is. We were stupid at the start of the race. We're going to be stupid at the end. We'll tear some stuff up.
I missed some fun there.
Art, you would thrive in tonight's race. You really would.
I would, yes.
Stupid at the start, stupid in the middle, and by golly, stupid at the end of this thing.
That is me personified.
20 laps to go. If they were going to make a run to the end, I would love this to be it because we'd have some fuel mileage. But we still have 36 cars on the lead lap. 38 of them racing. We're still going to tear some stuff up. James Mendez sighting. All of a sudden in P2. That's James Mendez.
It's not my James Mendez.
Let's see what they can get formed up here. Takes them approximately half a lap to get up to speed, so no more of that waiting for a lap.
They're already wrecking. I'm pretty sure that's Corey Henry that's gone around.
Oh, it's Mark. We stay green, though.
Oh, it was Mark, my bad. I saw what looked like a gray car.
Take a look at what the heck happened. He's behind Corey Henry, and oh, is that Rod that gets into him? Oh, massive net code that kicks that one off. And he's going to wait for that caution. He's still got his fast repair. If I went in there right now, he'd be like, hey. Rod would tell you the same thing. They did not touch there. You can see that from the far view.
Ooh, Jacob Dunn and
Dang, Cozy around in front of the field. Yellow is out again. I heard somebody's motor blow. And they all scatter. Forget the fuel mileage. We're in the final window now.
Our picks to win going around at the same
simultaneously.
time.
All right, let's take a look. Sort this one out. Looks like Jacob Dunn, maybe. We will find out. It's got James Mendez all over his back bumper. He's a little bit off-center. James maybe into the wall. Not quite. He's on the right rear. Does he come down and get him loose? No. But then he shifts to the left side. And that's what gets him in the left rear. Down into Cozy. That's going to upset Cozy, who gets into Frisch. And around we go. Jaden Carter, Dean Clavitt, Jacob Wilkerson, Harry Tiller, Dane Cruz, Corey Henry. Evan Rice sneaks through there. Jacob Roth somehow gets through this. My goodness. How about that from the 27? Oh, really? Oh. How about this from the 27? Hey, look at that.
Yes, you could just hold your brakes.
That was impressive nonetheless.
I want Logan Shore to answer for his crimes.
009, let's take a look here.
No, he made me read uwu in chat.
Oh. Looks like
I don't think he did anything.
Yeah, guys further back.
He did something to me, mentally.
Good use of the brakes here. Yeah, so there it is. All right. So this is the guys kind of where I think if you pitted at 58, you kind of think to yourself, hey, we can make it with these cautions. The guys that pitted on 52 and 53, they pit here, they're good to go to the end. They do not have to pit again. So anyone that pits here, as long as they got a good working car, they should not need to pit again inside of 20 to go. Take a look here. The 81 says he went through another war zone. I don't doubt it. Let's go take a look. Back it up one more lap and see some sparks flying. Cars blinking in and out, wrecking right in front of the field. Backs it down to third gear. Oh. And there you go. Right through it.
Max, do you know who the Atlanta Braves selected in the 1982 MLB draft?
What kind of question is that?
I'm just asking.
I'm going to go Logan Shore because I don't know any better.
Randy Johnson.
Oh, that's paid.
He didn't sign.
Ah.
They also signed, or they also drafted someone else.
Who?
Urban Meyer.
Oh, wow. There you go.
I'm also finding out this information currently, so. Also, Barry Bonds was taken in that draft by the San Francisco Giants, but did not sign.
Wild. So Scott Warren, that's actually the top 12. They pitted on 58 or 59. They're all good, tentatively, unless we get a green-white checker, then it's a maybe. I seriously doubt the Thrashers are coming back. It's been rumored so many times. And AJ Green won the race off of pit road for guys that pitted on lap 63. They're all good as well. Been in Florida for 2 weeks, so that's where Andrew Cootie's been. Interesting. You've missed more races in 2 weeks, though, so.
Cosie's manually disconnected.
Oh. Let her go with my pick to win.
That's an L, brother.
Oh. Started from pole. You hate to see it. Brutal. All right. Gonna be 15 laps to go. Travis Brown having another certified Spectrum Internet moment. He runs 9th. He's not too concerned about that at the moment. Got a bunch of guys hungry for their first career wins. Fair enough. But it's Matthews, Wax, Scott Warren on the front row, the 76, the control car, and he goes back underway. 15 laps to go. Evan Rice trying to sneak his way up here. '24 RODDCAR 500. Why not?
I can't wait to lose that one. Either way.
Gonna be a good one.
Hopefully here on YJ Media. Puffer can't handle the big moments.
We do beat them head-to-head in IROC more times than not. Got Ryan Tiller making his way back up here. Jacob Wilkerson making a big move to the bottom. He wants the lead. Already has 1 pole to his name. Looking for a win to match it. Travis Brown, huge run all the way to the back of Ross Corlett. Massive checkup. Almost too big a shove there to the 91. We're wrecking further back. Yellow is out.
What?
James Mendez around. Chris Pinder.
15 is around.
Travis De Leon.
Other 15.
Let's take a look here. Looks like Cameron Hurt gets him around. Ooh. Rod flag, nowhere to go. And let's see here.
Oh, he just comes down.
Yeah. Oh, man. And around he goes. Back up into Rod flag. What happens to James Mendez? He's just trying to avoid it all. Fair enough. You're just going to have to talk to him. Pinder didn't do nothing. Travis needs a talking to for that one. Around they go. So this is working out even better for the top 9, 10 that stayed out. They should be extra good on fuel. Even with the green-white checkered.
Just saying I would have won this race. I'm not going to get over it.
But still, really, like, there hasn't been enough of runs tonight to say, oh, this is the dominant car of the race. You know, Zwack's been up there a good bit. Tyler Gary was up there as well. He left. Cozy's out. So who's there to step up? Who can kind of rise to the occasion now? The obvious pick would be Matthew Zwack, season 29 champion, looking to make it 2 in a row.
Me.
I
will step up.
He won the last 2 races. Well, he didn't win the last 2 races. He came second in the second to last race of season 29, won the season finale of season 29, looking to kick off season 30 with a bang. So that's the obvious pick. But then you have guys here, Jacob Wilkerson, handful of starts to his name. Ross Corlett, he's got a win to his name, looking to double his win count. Travis Brown, a 2-time winner. Scott Warren, 3-time winner. These stats are all tentative. You can go check them, though. Then you got the rookies, Caleb Weekly, Evan Rice, Spencer Burns, Jacob Roth, again, a 1-time winner. Robert Colgan, handful of starts. AJ Green won the season opener last season. Can he do it again? Kick off his season in style. These guys go to get their laps back. Jaden Vernier. So we'll have 36 on the lead lap. If he can make it back around. He's a handful of laps down. If he gets another caution, he should be good, though. So he still has a shot. Like, even, yeah, he's 3 laps down, but he's still not out of it due to the RODDCAR wave yourself around rule. And lights are not off on the pace car, so he can get 1 more. Because if he can get to 2 down, it assures him that he gets both laps back on the next caution. So I would hustle it around if you can. But if not, it'll be 35 back to Rod flag. Crew buffed out some damage there. All right, what are you looking at mid-pack? Anyone that is going to be able to rise to the occasion here?
See if he can make another victory out of nothing. Dylan Drilling in 17th.
He's had a quiet night. Really haven't seen a whole lot of him. We know he likes to get up and push guys. He works well with his teammate Joe Swanson, but the 71 machine has been around a handful of times tonight.
I mean, he's got him right in front of him on this restart if they choose to go to the same line.
And that is huge for the 6. He does now get to 2 laps down. So 1 more caution. And
did he hit the wall there?
I think he did. I see a little right side damage. So that assures him, though. 1 more caution, he gets 2 laps back. So that's going to be huge for his race. if he gets one more. I think he will. The guys at the back that we know that we've had better runs from, James Mendez, Dean Clavitt, Rod Flagg, and Harry Tiller, all these guys we know are capable of good finishes. Michael Frisch, 25th.
Mo Perry, 22nd. Henry, 20th. Jacob Dunn. Mark Jorgensen. So
really, it's like it's wax on paper to lose right now. You got Scott Ward and Travis Brown, but really there's a whole bunch of... It's an interesting top 10, like Caleb Weekly, Burns, Rice, Colgan, Talmadge. That's all, like, you know, I'd love a first-time winner, but you got to beat some of the best to do it still. It looks like they will all catch the pack, so all 35 cars on the lead lap will be in the lead pack. We're setting up for a 10-lap sprint to the finish, with Matthew Zwack and Ross Corlett your front row, Jacob Wilkerson, Travis Brown row 2, Scott Warren, Caleb Weekly row number 3, Evan Rice, Spencer Burns row number 4, Jacob Roth, Robert Colgan rounding out your top 10. But it is the 18 car of Matthew Zwack, the season 29 champion, leading him down to green. Enters the Geico restart zone. And Wilkerson timed that perfectly. My goodness, all over the back of the 18. They'll be clear. How's it going, Warren? If I'm the 91, I get down. He said howdy.
Warren?
Warren?
Oh my god.
It's been a long day. It's been a very long day.
I had to mute myself.
I understand. It's been a long day. It's not done yet.
Hey, Wilkerson making the move to the high side. He's going to lead that outside line.
Wilkerson shoved that 18 clear on the restart and said, I'm taking the top line for myself. Got the 91. So we've seen both lanes work well once they get kind of hooked up. If you have equal numbers on top and bottom and that middle lane's not there to interfere, both lanes will work. It's just a matter of how hard you want to push. That poor 01 of Travis Brown, Spectrum Internet, doing him literally zero favors. We got a car on the wall a little bit further back. Joe Swanson checking up everybody from 20th on back, and they somehow make it around.
Jacob Dunn was looking to split at middle 3. The 06 now stuck middle 3.
And so, yeah, that outside line, they're not really forcing the issue right now. I know, again, Travis Brown doing what he can, but the internet just not working for him, so they're not able to get hooked up. Spectrum is not great from what I've heard and from what we've seen from this 01. So that outside line dropping back a couple of cars. And they're not really being aggressive on the side drafting. This is a big part of racing in the next-gen car, as that's just a shower of sparks and netcode. And Michael McElroy, huge collision. Yellow is out. We didn't even know if they were wrecking. The shower of sparks from the netcode was covering the field. They do eventually go around. My goodness. Jaden Vernier, welcome back to the lead lap.
Oh, Joe.
And Joe Swanson destroyed again. Let's take a look here.
I think Mo Perry's done for.
Yeah, but again, Travis is, I mean, no one is asking for this. They're not asking for any, but I mean, there's just a shower of sparks. The live shot of this, I had no idea who was going around. And even Joe Swanson blinks out here in the middle of this, but let's take a look here. He's up into the wall, and then he just comes off the wall, gets down into Frisch and Harry Tiller, back into the wall, right front is destroyed, comes off the wall again, and gets Michael McElroy. Huge collision. He jumped to the pits, engine blown. Joe Swanson jumped to pit road. It's a tough break there for the 37 machine. No fault of his own, and this is the gridlock of 3x3. Once it gets like this, you don't really have a whole lot of options, so He's up down on the bottom, minding his own business. He gets into the back of Tiller. He's loose, straddling the apron, and just the accordion effect. Mo Perry, yeah, that's the Mo Perry that blew the engine there, excuse me. And McElroy just kind of lets it coast backwards. There's Jaden Vernier. He's going to be back on the lead lap. So we lost Swanson and McElroy and Mo Perry, but we gained Jaden Vernier. And Randy, he's closing in on it. He's only a handful of laps down. He's going to run out of time, but he made a heck of an effort at it. I mean, he really went for it. He'll get a couple of positions for his efforts.
I mean, he's going to beat Michael Cozy Jr.
He is. In his second ever start. What we were saying right before that wreck was that outside line, partly due to Travis Brown's internet failing him, was that they weren't being aggressive in their pushes, so they fell back a couple of rows. They also weren't side drafting that inside line. If you can get on the right rear corner panel of the inside car and kind of drag them back to you and slow them down a little bit, it's a huge part of racing in the next-gen car. If you can employ that tactic effectively, it'll greatly help your race, and I imagine we'll see that here inside of 5 to go on the restart. That outside line wasn't really doing it there before that wreck. So it should be 34 cars on the lead lap. 35 in total. Randy Arms, the only car a lap down that is still running. As Swanson, we saw his toe link. That's a 10-plus minute repair. McElroy, just all sorts of damage. And then Mo Perry, no, he's good. He's got the fast repair, actually, so he's fine. His engine blew. He got the fast repair. He's back there, so he's good.
Good. Sorry, good.
But no fast repair, so any more incidents, and he could be on the chopping block. But 34 cars on the lead lap. Randy Arms, he'll gain 2 more spots. He'll finish 35th, but it's not from a lack of trying. We restart with 4 laps to go. Beautiful territory for a rod car overtime. And he gets another lap back. He's just going for it. I respect it. He'll end up probably 8 laps down, 7, 6. He was 22 down at one point. Lights are off on the pace car. We will get the restart with 4 laps to go. Randy 8 laps down. Cozy came back. Looks like his repairs are finished. And Joe Swanson looks like he had the fast repair saved as well, so he just had to tow. So he needs 1 more caution, and he'll be back in contention. Cannot say the same. Oh, Michael McElroy. I mean, even he's there, so it looks like they both had fast repairs. They just had to take the tow. And there's a big check up there as they all sort out. So they got 4 laps to go. So they got 3 to wad them up, and we get some extra cars back on the lead lap.
Or they could just go green.
They could.
That's an option. It's my preferred option.
It is the preferred option, but we will see if they can make it happen.
I still think my pick to win has a chance. 23rd.
Yeah, Cozy's got a chance. Cozy's got a chance. He'll get 8 laps back and 1 caution, and he'll be all good to go.
I mean, to be fair, if he gets 1 here, we're not gonna have a natural green white shirt. We'll have the first green one. But if he just starts flying through,
he's literally out of the race. Even Randy with 8 laps is out of it.
I mean,
it's only the top 36 still have a shot.
We go 3 green white checkers. You put them in a line, just let them run their laps during the cautions.
We only get 1 green white checkered, sir.
Oh right.
Rod
I'm
car
thinking of
overtime.
Monday where we get 30.
Yes.
That's why.
But yeah, look at Travis
Oh,
Brown
Travis
already.
Brown is about to die.
Jaden Carter hard to the wall. Mark Jorgensen Jr. around. Caution is out, and that was bad from the very start.
Oh my.
He didn't have a hood on the car. It's back now, but I mean, Spectrum. This is the advertisement for Spectrum, ladies and gentlemen. Blinks out, blinks out, blinks out. Car on the wall. Hood is off. The engine is blown, apparently. There's a puff of smoke. Pieces are flying off of it. And it's utter chaos. So there's your advertisement for Spectrum. I mean, we could try and take the far chase, but again, he's not asking for this. He can't do anything. He's entitled to race. But I mean, look at it. The right rear's destroyed. I mean, come on, Spectrum. I mean, oh boy. So, like, we're going to try and piece this together. Jorgensen is inside of him. Yeah, we'll just slow it down because there's so many moving parts. Gets him going one way. Jorgensen into the wall. And then he bounces off Ross Corlett. And then Jorgensen's going to get turned. I wouldn't even let me switch drivers because he was blinking. But Jorgensen's going to get turned here after all that by Jaden Carter down into Jacob Roth. And Dean Clavitt drives through him. Harry Tiller through him. 58, the 81. My goodness. So that was a whole mess. We didn't even get to the back straight away. The right front destroyed there on the 7. Corey Henry. Getting a piece there from Logan Short. So this will take us to RODDCAR overtime.
Yeah.
You can relay it. You can go ahead and relay it. Travis Brown, Moonhead, everyone knows him, loves him. Does a great job with Mooncar. Owner of Spectrum Internet. Against his will at this point. What did he say about Spectrum Internet, Art? You heard him say
I
it.
just said I was gonna go watch a stream and be like, dude, fix it. Because, like, I know he can't do anything to fix it because he moved. Yeah. He said, I hope the government shuts them down and then their families go hungry.
He's blinking on. It's not. I mean, it's just sad.
Like,
It's 2023 and the man can't race online consistently. It's so
doesn't
sad.
he live near Charlotte? Like I live in the middle of nowhere. I'm in a town of like 5,000 people. I get a gigabyte down and 100 up with no.
I don't even think I'm pretty sure he said it's not the speeds, right? Because I'm sure.
No, but it's literally just the connection.
It's it's the connection that's just utter garbage. Hey, Xfinity Internet not perfect. I'll give Xfinity. I'm looking at you half the time like, hey, listen, bud. Like,
yeah,
I need you gone.
Like the fact that I've never had those issues and I live nowhere.
It's in. I understand what he's feeling on the microscopic level because it happens every time he does something. I get it like once a month. And that once a month where I'm sitting here like, hey, my speeds are fine, but we're just not going to connect to a server. Infuriating. So I understand it. So with all of that, we do get 36 cars back on the lead lap like we thought. Randy's going to come up just a bit short. It's so sad. Cozy has again parked it because...
Guess who's in the waiting room? We might do it when we get one to go, but we got Rod Flag.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here.
Means he's ready.
He is. We'll do it when we get him to the one to go. If you're new to RODDCAR, this is a staple. The one overtime. The RODDCAR overtime. Point of no return. We do finish under green. No matter what. Let's see here. Lights are off. On the pace car, bring him in here.
He's already in here.
All right.
RODDCAR overtime! Season 30! Hell yeah!
Rod flag, everybody. One attempt to settle it. Everybody should be good on fuel. 36 cars on the lead lap. Randy, I mean, he gave it absolutely everything. To reset it yet. Cozy did end up backing out again because he wasn't able to gain any more spots, so he's locked into 38th. Randy does catch the pack. So 37 cars on track, 36 on the lead lap. Randy will finish, I believe it is 6 laps down. He gave it literally, it was 22. He gained 16 laps back. So he gave it his best shot. Out of the race, Michael Cozy Jr., Tyler Gary, Adam Garza, Ryan Oates, Colby, Pete Linkar, and Matthew Huggins rounding out 43rd of 43rd here. Full field in the season opening race. And we got 2 more laps to settle it. Everyone has chosen their respective lanes. It's Matthew Zwack and Robert Colgan.
I think my picked one might be a little bit out of it.
He's down in 28th.
He was involved in that last wreck.
And
Not a good night for us.
Yeah, I picked the pole sitter.
I would have picked myself, but...
All right. But it's Robert Colgan looking for his first career win. Matthew Zwack looking to make it 2 wins in a row and to kick off his title defense. Your season 29 champion. A whole host of others trying to spoil the party. Pace car is off. Robert Colgan enters the Geico restart zone, and we are green for RODDCAR overtime. Final restart of the night. It doesn't matter what happens from here on out. Take your hands off the caution button. Got 5 miles to settle it.
Man, just giving Corbin a warning. No more cautions.
And now you can already see the outside line. This is as compact as they've been right off the start. The side drafts are increasing.
All rules are going out the window. We got cars pushing though. Pusher.
Dane Cruz in the mix, second in line on the outside. Cameron Hurd has come from nowhere. He's trying to get there. Evan Rice, Jacob Wilkerson in the wall. They're 3 wide.
We got 2 43 cars taking each other 3 wide.
We're wrecking way in the back. Huge collision for Michael Frisch. Mark Jorgensen Jr. caught up in it. A couple of the CMS cars. And we will make it back to the white unscathed in the first 20 or so cars. Zwack leads at the white. Dane Cruz pushing for all he's worth. Can they both get clear of the inside line? Yes. But all the momentum's with the top. Here comes the 51 of Cameron Hurt. They're going to try and get the inside line reorganized. There's only 4 or 5 cars, though. Outside line hooked up tight.
Turned. Colgan wasn't straight on the bumper.
Inside line, no momentum. When does the 11 try and make his move? They got Spencer Burns there, incredibly. The 06 going to stay with Zwack. Here comes Jacob Wilkerson through the middle, pushing everybody 3 wide for second. Zwack trying to cover the angles off of turn number 4. And he's going to do it again. Matthew Zwack takes the victory. Holy cow.
And they're wrecking after the line. What a finish. What was Jacob Wilkerson doing? Just a little crazy. Man was trying to wreck them all.
He's going everywhere. But they weren't able to get a run again. Spencer Burns goes with them. And that was kind of it. If he pushes the 11, Zwack's a sit and duck. The 43 doesn't push the 11 again, so the 11 has no help. He had the run. No one went with him. He barges the 06 out of the way, and they're all side drafting each other. Caleb Weekly's trying to get there, but it doesn't matter. The 487 doesn't get connected until right at the last minute, and then it's too late. If that's Talladega, maybe a different story, but Matthew Zwack, 2 wins in a row. Your season 29 champion kicks off season 30 right where he left off. My goodness. And he is in form right now. It's not from a lack of trying for the 43, and let it be known, he did not wreck anybody.
Maybe he was just trying to make moves to win the race. It was just...
Yeah. Holy cow. What a finish. Matthew Zwack, 2 wins in a row. He's in the waiting room. Let's go ahead and pull him up.
Hello.
With the race winner, Matthew Zwack. We've been up here a handful of weeks in a row now. You clinched the championship 2 weeks ago in season 29. You close out season 30 in style, and you open season 30 with a win.
Yeah, that was picture perfect. I feel like that was one of the best races, if not the best race I've ever ran in RODDCAR. Felt like I nailed it start to finish with the track position, staying up front, and executing what I wanted to do, I've beached myself. That's on the ground. Oh, we're reversing. All right. But yeah, I thought everything was perfect. I was really worried going into 3, and they kind of all staggered themselves out, and I was just able to make a couple blocks and win the race. So yeah, that was pretty perfect. I couldn't have gone much better.
We kind of mentioned it, Tyler, Gary, Cozy, they started 1-2. They kind of had their own issues, and we were looking at the list. It's like, who's going to rise to the occasion? Who's going to step up when the heavy hitters have an issue? But really, you were the only other constant, like you said. You kind of worked well with everybody. Got a lot of new faces here tonight, guys going for their first win, making a handful of starts, and you were kind of able to work with them all and position yourself track position-wise for that final restart. And then a little bit of credit to Spencer Burns. He went with you initially going into 3. That kind of helped a little bit. And then no one was willing to push that 11 behind you as they went 3 wide and all side drafted them off of you. And it's kind of how you won the season 29 finale. No one formed up a run behind you. You just had to make that one block, and then it was home free.
Yeah, that was pretty much how it happened. It was really tough picking lanes every restart. Just from my experience, the bottom's gotten a lot stronger recently. So if you're not in the middle or on the high side drafting at the start, you're in a lot of trouble. So the high side kind of prevailed there right at the end, and it worked out for us. So we'll try and keep the momentum going. I'm not making every race this season. So is it a playoff format? Am I locked into the playoffs?
I don't remember, Rod. It was Puffer Zone's going to kick off the season opener, but they dropped the ball.
Fuck those guys.
Right, but I think
I don't
it
know if I can
is.
say that.
It's fine. We'll deal with the FCC later. I think it is because if I look at the schedule,
Rod's here for confirmation.
December 8th, wild card playoff doubleheader. So yes,
I can answer that question. So it's a 1 drop in the first 8 races. So if you're going to miss more than that, could be tricky. But it is a 1 drop in the first 8 races, and then it's the wild card playoff for the next 2, and then.
All right, yeah, no, that's completely fine. I'll be participating in some college football games, traveling a little more.
There you go.
But we will do our best to run it back.
Don't lose to a 1-3 MAC team at home. It's not recommended.
I would say you better show up and race well for Puffer Zone, because if you're only doing this to get like the Puffer Zone driver like stuff on our stream, I'm gonna be annoyed.
No, because whenever they stream, and this is a historic fact, I've always done terrible.
Oh, jeez.
So you want us to stay?
Honestly, it's probably better.
You hear that, Spalding? You're not needed. Your services have been revoked. But you're like you said, you have the momentum. You're in form, whatever you want to call it. You've been dominating the last handful of weeks. Got the championship, and off to a perfect start here in season 30.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again on the win. You got the champions payout going forward now, so things are looking real good for you.
We'd love to see it.
Absolutely. Well, I hope to see you back here next week, maybe on track in the booth. I don't know. We'll just play it week by week at this point, but congratulations again on the win.
Thank you very much.
May I say thank you like 17 times?
Yeah, just appreciate his time. Let's get Dane Cruz up in here. All right. What an introduction, Mr. Dane Cruz. Was looking through the RODDCAR archives. You made a handful of starts, but returned to kick off season 30. And you were involved in a handful of wrecks, but running up front most of the night. Walk me through that final restart and what you saw going on into turn number 3 on the final lap.
I was just gonna work with Zwack. I've been teammates with him in the past, so whatever line he was gonna do, I picked, and I was just gonna push him until I got really hot down the backstretch and made a move, and I just didn't get anybody to go with me, and by the time I did, it was too late. So it's pretty disappointing because I had a shot to win this. I guess I just made the move too early or something. But good run for the BMW, and congrats to Swag.
Yeah, definitely an interesting paint scheme, noticeable pretty much from the drop of the broadcast. But it was interesting. I thought it was a race-winning move. You had the momentum, you took it. And like you said, nothing really materialized behind you, unfortunately, until you got a couple hundred feet from the finish line. And you made a run at it late, but like you said, just needed a little bit of help quicker. But definitely a good way to kick off season 30. You got a fan or an admirer in chat, Dane Daniel Hemrick Cruz. So there you go. I don't think that's fair. First race that we've seen you finish is second, so ran good despite a couple of issues, getting caught up in other people's messes, but up 25 spots from restart. It was an overall solid night, all things considered.
Yeah, it was a good time. Like my first start since March 2021, so it's been a minute. Haven't raced with a lot of these guys in a while, so yeah, I had a good time. I just like this car track combo, or this car specifically, and I don't think I'm gonna be back too often. I think this is gonna be like a very limited thing, but it was a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, pleasure having you. Hope to see you around when we can, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in that you have.
I only got one shout out. Shout out to Oscar. He's bullying me. I've been choking too much this week, so I'm sorry.
Alrighty. Well, congratulations again on a strong run, and we'll see you when we see you.
All right, thanks.
Here with your third place finisher, AJ Green. He knows a thing or two about getting it done in season openers. Got the win at Atlanta last season to kick off season 29, and he had a shot at it here late to kick off season 30. That was up front most of the night. Talk me through what you saw in that final restart and kind of what the moves were being made there. The 3 wide for second at one point going into turn number 3.
Yeah, I saw that. I chose the bottom because there's less cars, and when the top opened up, I went up there, and I looked back, and I wondered if I should have gone to the middle lane and helped the 43 out. Maybe it would have got me maybe second, maybe first. But I went with the safe option and went low in case they wrecked. So I'll take P3.
Like, definitely not a bad way to start out the season. We've noticed a lot recently that it's the consistency that gets guys towards that playoffs. You know, it's so competitive week in and week out. We only had 2 multi-time winners last season. So if you can consistently string top 5s and top 10s together, you'll definitely be there come playoff time. So it's a great way to start the season 30 campaign for you.
It is, and I struggle with consistency. I only had 1 top 5 last season, and that was when I won the season opener. I had maybe 6, 7 top 10s, so I need to try to work my way up in the last couple laps to a top 5, and I should make the playoffs. No ease.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again on a great way to start out season 30, and we'll let you get any final shout-outs in that you got for the broadcast.
Oh, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Rod. I stole quite a bit of his lap sled.
I saw that. We love a good bonus point.
Shout out to Curtis. Shout out to Colin. And yeah, shout out to Zwack for winning too.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
But that looks like Corbin is in with a lot of people, so we'll let him deal with the race control duties. And I think we'll call it a night here for season 30. Matthew Zwack, your race winner. Show you the final race results. Art, your final thoughts?
Should have been me.
He's going to go to the grave with this. Thanks a lot, Puffer. But there's the margin of victory, 79 hundredths to Dane Cruz, AJ Green, rounding out your podium. Spencer Burns leads the rookies home here in his RODDCAR debut. And looking further back, hopefully your favorite driver was in the first page or the top of the second one. You see the stats, they'll be updated weekly. Hopefully we can get a handle on the SimRacer Hub and get these down to an exact science, but these are how they finished with 36 cars on the lead lap. And then 37 through 43rd out of the race tonight. Full field for season 30. And looking forward to next week as RODDCAR heads to Talladega in the Xfinity car. Stay tuned to our socials, Puffer Zone Network socials, the RODDCAR socials to see where the broadcast will be. We expect it to be Puffer. We expected this tonight to be Puffer, so we really don't know. We'll just keep everybody updated. And we'll be back next Monday for the Affinity Racing Series All-Star Open, 8:30 Eastern. Y'all be sure to tune in for that. Have a great weekend. Hope your college football and NFL teams do well. And we'll see you back here Monday night, 8:30ish, and y'all take care.